What's up, YouTube? Malcolm back here with another repair video, and this is for all my LG fans. This is an LG direct drive washer, and the customer's complaint is that the water doesn't drain. And what I've noticed right away is when I'll go to put this in diagnostic mode, what you're gonna do is you're gonna simultaneously press this and these two together. So boom, and it'll start the diagnostic cycle. Once you made it this far, this is what you're gonna see on the screen. The door locks, pump is gonna engage. Now just listen to the pump right off rip. Listen to it. That doesn't sound right. That does not sound right. I've already opened it up, there's nothing in there. That pump is bad. So today, we're gonna be replacing the drain pump here. And then this is at the personal request of the customer, the filter that goes inside of this housing, that piece there. Goes to part number. And so, if you have this model right here, Whiskey Mary 3770 Hotel Victor Apple, this repair is for you, my friends. Or even if you don't, even if you got something relatively close. If you hear your pump making that type of noise, water's not draining, you got a bad pump. So there goes the new pump right there. Part number, don't read the APL, just read the numbers and letters after the APL. 4681 Echo Apple 200 one time. Yep, that's what we're gonna be replacing. And to do that, we're gonna have to partially tear down this washer. Now I already took off the top lid. Now you're gonna have to take this out. There are one screw on that side, one screw on that side. You're gonna have to remove this panel, excuse me. There's one screw right there. And then you're gonna have to pop this forward. Let's go. So to remove this drawer, there's a button in there that says push. Got tabs at the top. Push that down. Rock this back and forth, and it should release. I always take this time out here to check these trays, make sure there's any pre-existing softener or bleach or soap left in there, clean these siphon pieces, and also just take a look in there. You want to keep that clean, and how you keep that clean without cleaning it is after every load, you're going to leave this drawer open and this door open, and it allows passive air to go through the machine. So just a little education fact for you. On the back of this soap dispenser drawer, it has a hose right here. This hose that goes to the tub. This tub has a tub to vent hose. So anytime you leave this drawer open after every load, it allows passive air to go through the tub and through the dispenser. Same thing with this door. This is a direct entry into the tub, to that hose back there. So it creates a passive airflow. So if you're tired of this door boot getting moldy and dirty, if you're tired of that soap dispenser tray getting all slimy, keep both of those open after every single load. All right, so I got my screws out. Got the screw out back here. Now this thing just isn't gonna come off. You're gonna have to work with it. So I like to just grab it here and use the top of my finger and see if I can roll this forward. Go to this side, do the same thing. A lot of times these things are tight, and if you take a look here, it's got clips. These clips, don't worry about sticking anything in between. Where you want to get your tension is right underneath the panel, right underneath the lip of the panel that touches the metal, not here where these clips are. It's the same thing on this side here. See these little bitty nudges right there? You want to get those, and that you want to try to lift that up. Use some dental floss picks or something, and something like that. I'm just gonna go underneath here and try to just pop it a little bit. Just be a little careful so that way you don't damage the customer's panel. And I like to try to do this with two hands, so I'm just gonna go around this edge here all the way to this side. and it should free itself. So you can stick that in there like that. There we go. There's one side right there. Kind of got that loose right there. Got that one loose. Let me get this one loose. Well, there we go. That wasn't too hard. I just went all the way around to almost the front and popped it loose. So next you're gonna unhook these electrical connectors. They run right behind this firewall here. It's got two little bitty plastic retainers. Just twist those, open them up. It's got three. Should be able to just one hand it. I usually use two hands, but since I've done it so much, I only need one. All right. There we go. Panel free. Set this out of the way somewhere. All right, next step for me is I like to remove the bellows spring. Get your flathead screwdriver like this, go underneath. Be careful not to stab the rubber bellow. Pull slightly downward, and then, boom. Just pull it off the rest of the way. Set it up to the side. All right. Now you can push your bellow in to release it from the door once you get that far. That's it. That's where you want that. Next, you have access to this door locking assembly. Pop these screws out, hold it. Make sure you set it down so that way it didn't fall on the inside. Got it out. Next, you're gonna want to remove this plastic cover. It's got two screws, and then it's got clips at the top and at the bottom. You pull that off. All right, now you got that off. Set the screws here. You're gonna take this screw out right here. Next, you wanna close the door. You're gonna take out all these screws here. Now, you're gonna take your door off. Fairly easy. Partial tear down of this washer. And there goes your pump assembly. Right there. That's how it looks. Kind of creepy. But I'm gonna go ahead and get it fixed. All right, next to get this pump out, this is what I do to make it easier. I'm gonna take off this counterweight here to give me more access here. And then you got one screw there. You got one there. And you got one right there. I believe those are all 10 millimeter, but I'm gonna take that out. Remember, on this pump assembly, you got a wash pump and you got a drain pump. Drain pump is up there in that box. You're just gonna take that, and whichever one of these pumps look like that's in that box, you're gonna replace. It's usually always gonna be the one on the left side, one where this drain hose is attached to. 10 mil is gonna be for these 4 bolts, and for those bolts in there. Always keep one of these on you, dude. Keep them on deck. All right, counterweight off. Got some exposure. After you take those bolts out, just wiggle it. Wiggle the whole counterweight, and it'll start to just slide off on its own. Prior to you opening this up, unscrew this filter. Make sure you got a vacuum right by it. Don't unscrew it all the way. Just kind of unscrew it just a little bit. And once the water starts to seep out, that'll be enough. Just hold the vacuum there, maybe 5 minutes, 10 minutes until all the water comes out. Or take this, drain that into a shallow pan below. But just be aware that this will, it's not stable, so you're gonna have to hold that. All right, once you get all that water out, the filter out, whatnot, you're going to take off this front screw there to this little silver panel, and both of those screws at the bottom. All right, got it off. Now this looks like that, it's free. Now you're gonna take out 1 screw, 2 screw, 3 screw, and you're gonna break this pump assembly loose. Make sure to take off these connectors. You don't have to unhook any hoses, just the pump. Don't unhook the hoses, just a pump. I mean, you can if you want to, but you're gonna have a hard time getting that crap back on there. Important, remember to position that this pump is in, because when you go to put it back on, it has to be tilted at an angle the same way, or it's not gonna go on there right, or if you do get it on there, you might end up stripping some holes out with the screws if you try to put them back in there like that. All right, so quick thing to look at. This is the old pump here. Look at the impeller. Impeller's not supposed to be like that. I just turn that. Look at this impeller on this new one here. This is a new one. And automatically you can see the difference. Look. See that? There's resistance. And it only goes around just a little bit. This one you can just barely touch it. So broken impeller, it's not uncommon for these type of LG washers. It happens all the time. So remove this case off of here, put it on this one, put this new one back in there. All right, got that all on there. Now I'm just reassembling it. I'm not gonna bore you with the reassemble process. We'll just get back to you with the end result. All right, so we replaced the drain pump and we filled the washer up with water. Unfortunately, the door won't unlock because it's full with water, so we're just gonna go ahead and run it through the drain cycle.
Okay.
That's the wash cycle. Water in the tip going bye-bye. Can you hear it?
Yeah.
You hear it draining back there?
Yeah. Yeah. I can.
Hear that? That means the water's going bye-bye. And that is, my friends, how you fix an LG washer that will not drain. Peace.